I said, it might idle fast. Welcome to the episode, folks. As I dive deep into this V6, I'll see if I get it on the road again, replacing the cylinder heads and diving deep in it. I'm not sure if we can save it, but I'm going to have a red hot go. Just a few more dollars. I just watched a YouTube from a guy called Thomas Wilding. He pulls the lifters out. I really don't know what the problem is, even though we bought brand new cylinder heads. What we can do, I'm going to scratch the head tonight, clean the pistons a bit. If I have to pull out a lifter, we will see the condition of the lifters just on the first cylinder, because maybe the head could have been a seal, intake seal, it could have been an exhaust valve, an inlet valve, who knows. It's just the mystery. That's the mystery, folks. It's a mystery, it's a mystery, it's a mystery today. It's a mystery. Drink to that, folks. Now, on this stand here, I'm going to pull this off, but that heater hose goes in there into the dashboard, that one there, and that's this one here. See that one there? Goes like that, see? Now, it'll pay me to change that O-ring. It'd be a pain in the bother if I didn't change it. And it's damaged. Have a look at it. It wasn't leaking, but I'm going to get a new one. This is a V6. I don't know what size bores they are. It says on there A7, A108. Maybe something. But anyway, as I rotate, see the pistons going, pistons. It's Kiwi pistons. So they're going up and down. I'll clean the top of the crown of the piston. The other spark plugs are in, so it goes up and down a bit. There's a bit of compression on the other side. But there, see, nice and clean. So I cleaned the deck and I cleaned the exhaust there, not only with petrol and a scourer and a wire brush, but also a bit of a scraper too. And sometimes there's a little bit left on there, but I want to show you the number one piston was the trouble, and there's scoring in it. Look, there's rust and scoring when it was sitting in the paddock. So it's in there. Yeah, rust and scoring just through there. So a little bit disappointing, but if the engine lasts 2 years, I'll be happy. I'll replace it with a 5 litre or get another car. Drop these heads on. Should solve the problem. I drink Aldi chai tea, folks. Very upmarket. Now I just want to show you again the scoring in the bores. It's that one there. See the rust? And the lines up and down there, grooves. So it's not very great. And on that there, there's the rust there and rust there. So I've cleaned it up the best I can. But I want to point out this bit here. I think this is the inlet lifter, and have all the crud that's around it. Look at all that. So what I'll do, look at that. If I ever buy a car from a paddock and it's been sitting there for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, you have to pull everything apart. This is the lifter cage I just pulled out, that one. And then under the lifter cage is the lifters. All right, see if I can get the problem child out. So it's the inlet. This is the inlet lifter. So that wheel there sits on the camshaft, and the camshaft pushes the lifter up and down. So it doesn't look too bad. Look at all the rust on it. Yeah, there. See all the pitting and the rust. So it might be free now, so. And so I'm going to have a look. The cam lobe looks alright. So I reckon there's nothing wrong with that lifter. I'm just going to depress it. Don't know how to depress it. Put a screwdriver in it. I think they have oil on them. Don't know. Are they supposed to go down or what? I'll make sure everyone that comes out of here is the right one that, for each hole. That's what you do. And I'll pull one out and I'll see if I can depress the lifter. See, they're hydraulic, they've got oil in them and springs. I was worried about this, all this crud here, all this stuff here, but this is what I'm worried about, is this thing in here. What is this? See, in all the other holes they don't have that. So that put some sort of sealant in here. I'll try and pull it out. There it is. Oops. Why would you have sealant just on one stud? Anyway, there's no more than the others, so looking okay. We'll clean it up. I'm going to pull the other cylinder head off now, so that means I'll pull this off, the mount, heater hoses, the whole head's coming off. I'll clean the deck like that, make sure it's all cleaned, and then I'll put the cylinder head gaskets back on, and the cylinder heads can go on. So it's a bit of a job, a few days to do it. Get it rock and rolling, folks. Just get this done, folks. It's the last one and it's the hardest. Yes, I got it. Last one, you beauty. Come on. Look at the donkey tradie. Let's see if we can get this out. Oh, there's the bolt. Oh, I have to unscrew it a bit. I think it wants to. It's the last of the 8 bolts for the head. There, got it. In there. Got to wash them, clean them, wash them. Right, we've got the head. Oh, got to put the transmission bolt. Got to get that one off. See this? It's attached to the head. All right, got to do that. So we can get this head off. Got all the bolts out, all 8 of them, all big ones. And then I've got my minus. Oh, I don't want to come off. I have to get on the right spot, mate. How do you get it off? Mightn't be easy to get out because of the dowel pins are down the bottom. See, I'm up against the exhaust. So what I've got to do is get a bar, mate, get a bar. It's a bit fiddly. You've got 2 dowel pins holding it and you've got the exhaust in the way, and I'm not taking the exhaust off. Everyone else who's got a hoist, there you go, there's one out of the dowel. There's 2 out of the dowels, and it's got a plastic EGR recirculation valve on the end of the head. Here we go. Now there's nothing wrong with this head, nothing wrong. Held a burn on them. See, the burn's pretty good. That one's a bit lean. Not using this. Got to pull that off, and this cradle, put it on the new one.
Oh, hands in the air like I don't care. Music is fair to me.
There's the gasket. Nothing wrong with the gasket, but you can't reuse them ever. And they've got 2 dowels in there. And the dowels, see that dowel there, and that one there locates the head in the perfect position, folks. I've got to clean the deck and the pistons up, and then away we go. All new gaskets, pistons, everything. No, just going to make sure it's all clean. We're in the trough, folks. We're in the trough. We're in the valley. We'll pull it off, clean, put it back together. Driving off, what I need is, I need 2 lifters for that first cylinder. Instead of taking it, you can't pull the lifters out once all the heads are bolted on and everything like that. So I'm just traveling, it's an hour west, and they've got 2 lifters on the shelf, so that'll be good. I'm going to purchase those, maybe a bit of coolant, a bit of oil change, getting it all plumbed, so I can just assemble the whole lot tonight. Oil, washing the car, washing, and parts. Got some Rust-Oleum paint, which is the big American. I love this brand, really love it. But this one here at $4, I might spray the top of the motorcycle forks. Instead of getting them re-chromed, clean them. How many lifters are in there?
So there's 4 in that one, so we can take 2. You said you only wanted 2.
Yeah, 2. Oh, gee, that's all right. Yeah, look at them, they're special, aren't they?
Yeah.
Look at that.
They're just nice and even. So.
Look at those. They're like gold. All right, that's good. Got these, but the most important ones were these lifters. Look at them. Beautiful, aren't they? I think they're about $30 each. I'm putting them on the #1 cylinder because all the others worked. Just heading over to Super Cheap Auto, and we were at Kmart. They don't sell oil anymore. And then we just went to Woolies. They have Gulf Western 4 litres of oil for $36. I want 5 litres for the same price. So see if Super Cheap can deliver. I've got Gulf Western oil, which we just seen at Woolies for $36, 4 litres. It's a 2050, right? XP motor oil. You get 2 for $40 here. See? That's why you got to shop around the deals. You can have that extra 20 for drinks, smokes, cokes, whatever you want. And I'm getting this concentrate corrosion inhibitor for my radiator, and that's only $10, but that'll do 10 litres. Do your research and save, save, save. So I've just been cleaning a lot. Got to get the gasket set out, and there's that pipe from the heater hose. Got to put the new O-ring on there, and on this one here, that one there, put a new O-ring. That's the other heater hose. That goes into the water pump in there like that. In the gasket set, it's got all the little O-rings and that, folks. I see how I got all this clean. Look how clean it is now. Got all the rust and gunk out. I've cleaned these and I've just put them back in, but I don't know the torque settings on them yet. I've just got to have a look. I'm ready to put the heads on. I'm going to start with the right head. It's going to go in here. Just got to clean down there. Here's the new reconditioned cylinder heads that I bought. I'll just get all the oil off here. I'll put the head gasket on. Do the torques. It's only 8 bolts, so the other head, I'll bring it round. The old boat anchor. There's that. Didn't have problems with this head, so I'll take this bracket off and that one there and put it on the new ones. Oh, pardon here. Oh. All right, there's a head gasket, inlet gasket. Oh yeah, I'll get the inlet gasket and I'll show you. All right, I'll just drop the head on. It's nice and clean. I torqued these lifter guide plastic covers to 12 pound. I torqued those up, those 4, super clean in there. I put the bracket on, I put the EGR bracket on, I drop the head on, it's there like that, it's in the dowels, right? I'll just show you this, see the bracket and that gasket goes there like that, and it goes on 2 dowels there, 2 dowels here, and it's a plastic formation with a sealer on it. There it is there. Isn't that beautiful? So the problem child #1 cylinder there, I replaced the 2 lifters in here, brand new lifters. In hindsight, you should replace everything, but how much do you want to spend on it, you know? We're already up to over a few $1,000s. If you get all new lifters, that's 12 lifters at $33 each. Work that one out, folks. Early kick-off Sunday morning, just show them a gasket set. This is from Permaseal. Look, I don't know brands. I think here they got that wrong. 3971cc. It's not 39. I don't think it's a 4 litre. It's a 3.8 litre, I think. And this gasket set was not cheap. It gives you all the O-rings, the rocker cover gaskets, exhaust gaskets, and then the other seals. Yeah, these ones. There's the rocker cover ones. I'm going to put this one on now. On here tells you arrow forward the front of the engine, it says left. So if you're standing behind the engine, it's left, it's the left side. And here it says top. So you can't get these wrong, mate. If you get them wrong, they go back to prep. All right, and they just go on the dowels. There you go. Put that on there like that. Now I'll drop the head on. This one hasn't got a handle on like the other ones. Maybe just drop it on like this somehow. There you go. That's how easy it is. So if you want to see the whole lot, I had the cover on because the bonnet's dripping in water. So there's your V6 configuration. Right, that's good. We're talking the heads up here. I'll show you a little bit because I'm generous. This is 34 Newton meters. So that's that one. I've already done that one. All right, that's that one. Number 5, 34. To this one, number 7. I'll go over them again. See, there's a little bit there. That's all right. They're all done. That's the top spec, and now I've got to change it to 90 Newton meters. We're adjusting it to 90 Newton meters, but I've lost the end piece. Hopefully it's around there. What do you reckon? It's 70. There's 90. See there? 90 Newton meters. So it looks like about 65 foot-pounds. And it says go 90 degrees and then check it. And then I go afterwards, I make sure they're all 90 Newton meters. All right, so that's 90 degrees it says. $90 degrees. Doesn't matter if it clicks, because you go around them again and it pinches up just a little bit more. So it's a bit of an effort, folks. If you're a weekie, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you that now. Go to the gym, work out before you start this work. I'm telling you. Or she'd be crying to the missus. Crying to the missus. All right, here's another 90. 90. Well, I did these yesterday on the other side. I've already done this. It's viewers only. Okay. 3 to go, and then I'll check them. You can hear me breathing, mate. You know I'm alive. I'm breathing. Right, let's go. 90. Found on the other one, even after 90 degrees, it still went a little bit more on a couple of them. Like that one. Done. I thought I'd get it done. Let's see. 90, 65 foot-pounds. Right, all the heads talked up. Celebrative, 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 and a rock and roll then. Celebrative, 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 and a rock and roll then. Celebrative. Me John Deere, mate. Just waiting for the grass to grow, but it's only dirt. Oh, it's about midday. Getting pushed either side with me chai tea and me chip roll, barbecue chips. However, struck a bit of disaster. I got the heads all torqued up, got the exhaust manifolds done, everything's super clean, like that. Huh? And then I go to put the rockers on, and these bolts are tearing at the bottom. They're like making a little mark on them. So then I found a tap, 5/16 UN, get that, UNC, United Course, 5/16. But I couldn't find a plug tap. So what I got to do is I got to cut this with a grinder, and then I might have to grind back a little bit here and barrel them in now. Can't get the rockers to get down. I was stitch up. I'd rather have me roll in this car. Yeah, I did have a problem with the rockers, and what I did, there was just junk in the threads. Even though they're chemically cleaned, there must have been junk in the threads, and I put a 5/16 UNC tap through it. I got it done, folks. It's super clean. Have a look. So I had one head on last night. Now I've got the rest all happening now. Got to put the core pack here. A couple of screws. Alternator belt. It stays in a fixed position. The plenum, I've just put that on. See, it's wiggly. I'm just clicking it all in now. You just jiggle things around until they say yes, basically. Time to turn it over for oil pressure. Right, that's how long it took to get oil pressure. That is how long. If you didn't do that, you wouldn't have oil pressure for 10 seconds. So that's a win. Just throw the spark plugs in and we're done. Yeah. I'm not a kangaroo, but I feel like one. Jumping away, jumping at some. Yeah. And we're just going to start it. So hopefully it starts, folks. Started rough. It'll set it down. The hydraulic tappets. Remember I said it might idle fast? I accidentally broke the spark plug and I've still got the spark plug in there. What it is, the insulator is cracked, so I'll buy one during the week. I'll just see if it revs. Thanks for watching the episode, folks. It was an arduous task because I did a lot in the last 24 hours, slapped it all together. It's running okay, but it's not a fairy tale come true. It's still got a bit of a miss, so maybe it's the camshaft lobe that's eaten away, because I found the lifter, the exhaust lifter, is totally rotten. I didn't see that before.